guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Petra, if you have not been here before. And today I am going to be doing probably the last video, if I even get this video up, before I leave the country and go to Spain. And my mom kept asking me, she's like, do a video where you're gonna go through your makeup and show people what you're gonna leave, because so many people have, asked you, like, what are you gonna take out of all your makeup? And yes, I've already got rid of a lot, so what I have left is actually a lot smaller of an amount to go through than what I did have, because I already did like one major purge. So that was kind of a first declutter, and that would have taken forever. I was like, I don't know how people do these declutter video things, because I'm just like, oh my gosh, I feel like that would take like hours to film. So I'm like, okay, well at least my collection is condensed down now a bit more, so hopefully it won't take as long, because time is money right now. Like, I'm trying to pack and leave and get ready to go, and here I'm trying to film a video too. I'm like, am I insane? I don't know what I'm trying to do by getting all this done, but I don't know. I just thought it would be fun to have another video of like, what makeup am I going to take to Spain and what I may need to have my family ship for me, because I'm like, I've already kind of been thinking about my Pat McGrath palettes, and I'm like, they weigh a ton. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna choose what to take with them, and they're like weighty palettes. But anyways, all right, without me blabbing anymore, let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take you into like my bathroom area. I have like everything kind of laid out, and then I'm gonna go through like each pile of like makeup items that I have, and then we'll go through and I'll show you kind of what I think I'm gonna keep and what I'm gonna throw away. I haven't really even thought about it much yet, but this is a part of my packing process, so just thought it would be fun to bring you guys along with me. All right, so here we go. All right, guys, so now we're in my bathroom, and here is, I'm just gonna scan over some stuff I have. Those are palettes, eyeshadow palettes. See Kat Von D, Jeffree Star. Oh, my Pat McGrath. Anyways, Urban Decay, and then that bag is just like some packaging that I've kept, which I might keep to store. Here we have like blushes, here are face powders, and then the contour, there's some bronzers, which I've actually gone through so much already, and then these are like, this is all highlighter stuff over here. So anyways, guys, I'm just gonna go ahead and start going through this stuff in like each section. I will decide on what's going with me and what's staying here. Okay, you guys, so the first thing I have here is the good old Kat Von D Metal Matte Palette. I love how it's metal, and then you turn it this way and it says matte. Kat Von D designed that herself, which I think is super cool. And so anyways, the palette looks like this. All the top shades are like glimmery, shimmery shades, and then these are all mattes down below, and it's just a very nice, like very cool tone palette. It was really popular, and then it definitely like sold out. This one is more of a collector thing to me, so I am not gonna take this. I actually think the shadows are starting to get a little like patchy, or they're not as pigmented anymore, and I think it's because it's a vegan palette. So that one is going to stay here. Another Kat Von D palette I have is this one, which is amazing. I love this palette so much. Once again though, it is another like collector kind of item to me. I love it. It's the Saint, I think it was called the Saint, yeah, the Saint and Sinner palette. And I just love the design. I love how she designs like all these palettes herself, and they're just super cool. So the shades in here, side there's all the like softer pinkish shades, and then on this side there's like, or more neutrals and browns and whatever, and then on this side there's a little more color for the Sinner side. So I have a couple videos I can link, or actually I think I have like one video where I did a review on this palette. I don't think you can get it anymore though, so I guess for those of you that got this palette, but it really is a super cool palette. That is also staying because I am not taking this. It is, to me, once again, kind of a collection item, and it just needs to stay. It just needs, I can't take everything with me, and I don't know. I love some of the colors in there, and I don't have some colors like that are in there, but what am I to do? Let's see, the next thing here, I have some Juvia's Place palettes. This one is the Zulu by Juvia's, and it looks like this inside. I actually just did a blast from the past video on this one. Very bright shades, kind of neon-y. This palette, I don't have a lot of neon shades, so I think I will probably take this one. It's really lightweight and it's small and packable, so I think this one is going to go with me. The other Juvia's Place palette that I have is the Magic by Juvia's, and it looks like this. It's a much larger palette and bigger, and it has really beautiful shades in it as well. Let me take this plastic thing off. But I love this palette. I mean, here, I'll just swatch some. I mean, there's this like rich purple shade like that. Oh, it matches my pants. I mean, and it's really hard to get like purple pigments. So I feel like, God, this is so hard to show. I've never done a video like this, so it's kind of hard to kind of show you guys. And then there's like this beautiful like green shimmer. I mean, look at like, these are just incredible shades. Here, we'll do another like matte orangish one. I can't decide. This one I may have my family like mail to me because I just feel like some of these shades, I mean, and look at this like silver. I mean, some of these are like literally like, they seem to me like Pat McGrath quality because of how rich the pigment and the shine is, but I mean, nothing compares to Pat McGrath, but still, I just feel like this palette is pretty incredible too. So this one's a maybe. I may have this one mailed to me later, so we're just gonna set that aside into actually I'm gonna put that in a box over here that's like a maybe mail this to me palette. Okay, then the next palette I have is the Subculture palette here, and it looks like this. And this one got a really bad rap. I feel like a lot of people didn't like this. Since they're more like pigments as opposed to shadows that are just more easier to blend, you have to work a little differently with these. And they're okay. There's some shades in here that are really beautiful. Like, I love this like crazy electric greenish shade, if you guys can see that. You guys might be able to see that. I don't know. It's hard. It's kind of hard to see. I don't know how good my lighting is in here. Axis shade, which is this like dark green shade, like that. So it has some really pretty shades, but I don't think I really like this palette enough, and I don't use it enough to take it with me. So I think that one is going to stay here. Another Anastasia palette that I have, and it's very dusty. I swear, I wish they would get away from this like velvety kind of top because everything clings to it. It gets super filthy. So this one looks like this. This one is really beautiful. Like, I do love this palette. I just never seem to reach for it. I even got rid of the Modern Renaissance palette because I never even reached for that one either. But this one has some really cool shades in it too. But I feel like they're already starting to hit like this weird, like I have to really dig into this because I think the oils in these, like they're just harder to get the shadows out. Like I'd have to, I feel like almost scrape off, but let's see, there's that. Oops, there's a brush in there. So there's that shade kind of, it's kind of this purpley shade. Then there is this beautiful, there's this beautiful green shade called Throne. That's kind of cool. Then there is this really stunning bronzy shade called Eternal. I mean, it has some really good, pretty shades. I don't know. I just never reached for this palette. Oh my gosh, that one though. Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting about how beautiful some of these shades are. Oh no, tough decisions already. So I don't know. We'll see. This one's going to be a maybe. Maybe I'll have, maybe this one will be one that I can get mailed to me later. It's just international shipping, you guys, is so ridiculously expensive. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but we're gonna put this in the maybe mail to me box. This is the Peanut Butter and Jelly palette by Too Faced, and it's just such a cute palette. Their designs were really fun. I don't feel like I'm into Too Faced as much as I used to be, but this palette's just really cute, kind of a fun little collector thing. I do like the colors in it. Whoops. I do like the colors in it, but I just feel like I have enough palettes that I think I'm going to take that have these shades, and I don't know. I just want to keep this one as like kind of a little collector thing. So that one's staying home. I have these little ColourPop. Let's see, this is kind of a little set. This is the Femme Rosa, the She palette. And ColourPop's really good. I feel like they're like drugstore prices, but like much like pretty good quality too. This has a lot of purples and pinks and rose tone shades in it, which was kind of popular for a while back, I feel, and then now I feel like it's getting popular again, but I don't know. Anyways, this palette, it's kind of debatable. I'm not sure. I don't really have, I think, any other shades like this now that I got rid of my Modern Renaissance palette. So I may take this. This is a maybe, but it also has a matching little highlight and blush and bronzer palette, and I actually really like this. I used this quite a bit when I first got it, so I may keep that. I feel like this is a good bronzer shade, and then the blush is just neutral, good on everyone, and this is just like a really pretty gold like highlight that is light. It's not like super crazy, which I don't know if you guys can even see that very well, but it does have like a really nice shift to it on the face. So I think these are going to be into the maybe later box. Another ColourPop palette I have is the Cute AF palette here. And it looks like this, and it has a lot of yellows and oranges and some reds, and then some cool like golden like shimmery shades, peach shimmery shades, which are really nice. Like I don't think I have really anything like these, but I do have a Jaclyn Hill palette that's really similar that I'll show you, and I may end up taking that over this one. I don't want to throw this away because I think it's a really good little palette. It's going to probably stay home. I'm not really sure. It's just, I love these little palettes. They're such good quality, and they only cost, I think, about like, I don't know, 16 bucks or something like that. I don't know. I'm going to have to decide later. So this one is staying home for now. Let's go ahead and do the Jaclyn Hill palette that's really similar to, I even kept the packaging for this in case I packed it away. This one I've used a little bit. This one is called the Armed and Gorgeous palette. And this was like, she came out with quite a few of these sets, and I think they're pretty good quality. Like they're all Morphe shadows, and these, see, in this one it has more brown tones than yellowish and peach tones, but it has some really good yellow shades, and then it has some really nice gold shimmer shades that are really good. Like the Morphe shimmers are really good. Their mattes are okay too, but I don't know, people are really pretty opinionated about Morphe. And then of course all the drama around Jaclyn Hill all the time. There's a lot of drama with all her stuff anyway. So I don't know, this one's kind of a maybe. I'm not really sure. I need to really start deciding. I actually think I might like the ColourPop palette better, so I may actually leave this one and then take the ColourPop palette. The other Jaclyn Hill one I have, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna leave this one home. This one is called Dark Magic, and it's really cool. It's like a lot of very deep navy shades. There's some really pretty, like the green shade here is really nice. This one is called Mojo, and it's like a nice brown shade. And then there is, these are really pretty. Like I just love the shimmers from Morphe, this nice blue shade called Busted. I mean, I don't really have any shades like this, so once again, this might be a maybe palette because I just don't have any other shades that are like this palette. This one has a lot of very cool dark greens, and this one has a lot of cool darker, deeper, kind of like fall shades in it. This one is also a maybe. This is the Urban Decay collection that came out with Basquiat, the artist. And this is this palette. It's kind of fun. It opens like this. I honestly barely use these palettes. I mainly got them because I love that the artwork was on the packaging, and you can actually, it even has a little thing you can hang this on and then hang it up as like artwork when you were done with the palette. And it's funny because I never even really use the palette. So anyways, it's pretty cool. I think the shades are you not focusing? Why is my camera, what are you doing? Sorry, I feel like my camera keeps going in and out of focus because it just doesn't know what to focus on. So sorry if this has like been giving you guys trouble. Anyway, so there's that palette. This is definitely going to stay home. It's more of like a collection item. The other one, I also have the other one that came out. This one is a little more bold and bright. And then there is the palette on the front and then the back, and you can also hang this one up. Anyways, as you can see, I have like barely used this palette, so I don't know. It's cool, I like the shades, but I think I have enough shades like this, so this one is going to stay home as well. So here's a couple little things here that I might take. These are the Stila Magnificent Metal Glitter and Glows. Honestly, I don't have a lot of individual eyeshadows because I usually just like to buy palettes now. This one is in the shade Kitten Karma. And these, if you don't know what these are like, they're like those super shimmery. Oh no, I wonder if this one's starting to dry out now. So it kind of looks like that, if you can see it. There is this shade, which is called Sea Siren, and I actually really like this shade a lot. It's more of a refined glitter, and it's just more of this kind of pink tone. So if you can see that, I think that one, I think these, I mean, hopefully, I don't know, I like these enough. I think I'm gonna take these with me. I have this little Ulta Beauty Gel Bounce eyeshadow that is actually super pretty. It's like the only really like individual eyeshadow I have. It looks like that, and then I'll just swatch it there, but it's just like, it's Ulta Beauty. I mean, look at that. I think some of the like Sephora and Ulta products that they make or create themselves are really good quality, and they get like kind of underappreciated. I got this in like the 12 Days of Christmas. And this one is in the shade, what is this? Does it even say what the shade is? It's kind of a, I don't know, bronzy purpley shade. I can't believe there's no name on it for it. That's so weird. Wait, so that was nice and light. So I'm just like, definitely gonna, that can go with me. Okay, this palette, oh my gosh. So this palette is the most awkward packaging ever, but I totally love this palette because of all the shimmer shades in it. It looks like this, and it basically just slides out of this thing, and it's kind of bulky, like, and this thing is slid off before. I actually lost one of the shades down in this corner here because it slipped out of that packaging and hit the floor. So then, you know, sad enough, that shadow is now gone, and it was a really pretty gold shade, but I mean, I've got plenty of gold shades. So this side, there's more like neutrals and some cranberry shades, and the payoff and quality of these is really good. Some of them are topper shades, like I think like that one is more of kind of like a topper shade there. I don't know if you can see. Let's see, this one is not. That one is more of like a cranberry shade there. So the blues in this are really nice. There's that one. And then this darker blue shade. I mean, really pretty like shades. And then the purple. I mean, I don't know. The payoff on these is really good. This palette was really good palette, but it didn't get talked about a whole lot. I don't know why. I think it's really good. It's sad because I think I am going to try and take this with me, even though it's bulky. It's so annoying that I wish this so much was in different packaging, but I think for now I am going to try and take this palette with me. This is a Tartelette palette. This one I like the shades. I like that they're all very warm shades, but this one I think is definitely going to go bye-bye. I think I'm gonna leave this here or give this to someone. It's just very, I think everybody has something like this, I feel like, these days. So this one is going to stay home or be given away. So this is a Makeup Revolution palette, and these are very cheap. Like if you get them on sale, you can get like buy one, get one half off, or you can get them for like half off. It's just a very neutral, natural palette. I would always reach for this palette on days that I was just feeling really basic and I just wanted to throw on a little bit of eyeshadow. And as you can see, it's just very cool toned, and you know, some shimmers, and then there's some mattes, and some of the mattes even look like the same, but whatever. It's a good little palette, but this I believe is gonna stay home now. I'm sure I could get plenty of, you know, neutral looking palettes probably in Spain. This palette, however, I love this palette. I reach for this one a lot. This, I didn't see these. I don't know what these are. These are just some basic little palettes they have. It's called Revolution Makeup. It's called Reloaded Neutrals 2. And this one has incredible quality, and there's a lot of good warm browns, and then there's these like rich, creamy shadows. I mean, look at these, like this one, that pink one, and then I think that one is really nice. It's not quite as shimmery, but I feel like these are all really good quality. I mean, look at that swatch on there. And then this one, that one wasn't as good. I've been wiping off my hands with like makeup wipes and stuff, so I feel like they're kind of getting kind of weird. And then that one. So those are just a few. And then the matte shades. Here, I'll try and do a matte swatch in here. This nice brown. So I don't know. This palette is definitely going. It's super lightweight and it has a lot of shadows in there. So that one is definitely going with me. Linda Hallberg. I love Linda Hallberg. If you guys have not checked out her channel, she is incredible makeup artist. Like, she does anything from beautiful natural stuff to very cool editorial looks. I love her, and she's come out with some palettes. This one is her newest one. It's called the Infinity Deep palette, and it has some really pretty shades. I love this because it's super lightweight. She has made all of her shadows where you can wet your brush and get them wet. You can use them all over your face or your body, however you want to use them. She uses a lot of these shades for contour. She uses this for blush sometimes. This is just a very good like neutral palette, and I love how you can amp them up with like adding water to them as well. So that's her newest one that I got a while back. So I think that's gonna go because these are really lightweight. I like these. This is the other one right here. This is the Infinity, just the regular Infinity that she had to start with, and these are really nice blush tones. I actually nicked them a couple times. These are highlighters, and then she has some other like colors over here. This is just a, you know, she uses these almost as like face powder sometimes, I think, or to like blend out some of her contour shades. And then she has a black always that's a pretty good black. I mean, it doesn't look in the pan like it's gonna be so black, but look at that. I mean, that is really crazy. She uses this as like liner sometimes on her face when she does makeup looks. So these I think are gonna go just because they're super lightweight, and I just love Linda Hallberg. So I like feeling like I'm having her in spirit with me. Sorry, I keep wiping my fingers off because my hands are getting so dirty from swatching, and I'm trying to show you guys the palette some too. Then we have Jeffree Star. Oh my gosh, Jeffree, these palettes are so bulky. I love this palette though. Like, this is one of my favorite palettes. This is the Blood Sugar palette, and look at those shadows. Are you kidding me? Like, hello Jeffree. I just love his makeup, and his story is just incredible, from just going from just so poor to being like a multi-millionaire now with his line, and he's just come out with so many amazing things. I mean, look at this pink. I mean, crazy. And then this shade called Root Canals, this cool purple. And then these like really nice like just purpley deep shades, and then the shimmer shades, this like really nice, it's called Sweetener, I think. I don't know. Just so many. You can make so many looks out of this palette too. This one, bulky, but definitely going with me. Okay, the other Jeffree Star palette is the Blue Blood palette. This one, look at how bulky this is, you guys. I mean, it's like a little, it's made to look kind of like a little coffin, but it is stunning. Look at this. Look at these beautiful blue shades. There's a purple, random purple shade. There's some deep gray blue shades, which actually I'm thinking now, if I take this with me, I don't know if I'll take that Dark Magic Jaclyn Hill palette, because honestly, this has some deep shades in it too that could work. So, and with how bulky this is, I mean, it sucks. It's not super heavy, but it is just super, super bulky. And if you guys haven't seen like some swatches of this, I mean, look at that freaking, it's called Ocean Ice. I use this like teal shade a lot. I love that shade. This is a awesome matte teal shade, and then all the light blue shades up here are really nice. Sometimes I'll just wear those like on my eyes. This shade, Deceased. I mean, Jeffree's makeup, let's see, here's the purple one, which is actually really good considering purples don't like usually swatch very good. This one is Ice Tray. And this dark shade here is not even a black. It's like a very deep navy blue, and it is stunning. I love this palette. It is a good one. Jeffree has to go with me. So anyways, Okay, a couple more palettes. So I will link Kinky Sweat. She's the one who did a declutter, and I was able to get some makeup from her because she was basically giving it away. Like, you would pay for shipping, and then she would like be like first come first serve, and then you can, if you want it, then I'll mail it to you, which was really cool. I got this palette from her, and it was kind of a surprise because this one I had wanted, but then somebody else beat me to it, but then I guess they didn't end up wanting it. So it's just a very basic brown, but this is so small and lightweight. And if I get rid of some of my other, like the Tartelette palette, I think this is better quality shadow. So I'm gonna take this one, I think, instead of that Tartelette palette, because this is a little smaller, and I just loved the way these shades blended out. It's a really good little palette. So I got that from her. That's going with me. And then the other one I got is this Rouge Bunny Rouge palette, and I just have to take this one with me too. Look at these shades. And actually, since now I'm seeing this, I'm definitely not gonna take the Jaclyn Hill because this one is way more unique. I got this also from Kinky Sweat or Alicia, and look at these fun shades. I mean, they're just so like shimmery and pretty, and I don't know, and they're deeper. Like, this is like a mossy green shade. This is like a dark silvery shade. And then this one's kind of like this navy-ish, kind of bluish shade. So this palette is super unique to me. And I guess she got this at like some little shop in New York City because that's where she lives. She's a contortionist in New York City, and she teaches there as well. And she's super awesome. You guys have to check out her. I'm gonna put her Instagram down here too, but anyways, so I got this from her in one of her declutters. So fun. So that is going with me as well. Okay, now we're down to the last palettes, which are gonna be the hardest to decide, and these are the Pat McGrath palettes. Like, I have every single one of them right now except of the large mothership ones. I have all of them except the newest one because I'm like, Petra, you're going to Spain. You do not need to buy another palette. This is what they look like. They are beautiful black lacquer case, and they weigh probably almost a pound each. They are very heavy. And then the shades in here are stunning. I mean, look at that blue shade down here. And then all these other shades are just incredible. I am never disappointed when I use one of her palettes. They are so pretty. Let me do a little swatching here. So here's that Blitz Blue that everybody loves to see. So there's the Blitz Blue, and then here is kind of a purpley shade there. And then she has all these like cool topper shades, which are like seriously just like, they change the eye look so much. They're so pretty. They're just glittery and beautiful. And I don't know if you can see it very much because I actually just wiped my hand off on something there. I think this one is going to be one that I keep because it has a lot of cool tone shades in it. And the other ones don't have as many cool tone shades, so I want one that has some cool tones. So I think this is gonna be one that I take. This Pat McGrath, this is the second one. Oh, and that other palette, that one was called Mothership Subliminal Palette. This one is Mothership 2 Sublime Palette. And I mean, look at the packaging. Packaging is always stunning. And here is this palette. And it has a little bit more warmer shades in it. Beautiful once again. And also on Kinky Sweat or Alicia's page, if you want to see like full swatches of these palettes because they're incredible, she literally, to me, has like the best videos on YouTube explaining the Pat McGrath palettes. And she goes through all of them, does swatches, she does makeup looks. She loves Pat McGrath so much. So if you want to see more swatching of these palettes, then I would definitely go to her channel. Once again, like, these are really nice. I think it's hard because I love this palette a lot. It's gonna be probably one that I'm gonna end up having mailed later though, because I don't know if I can do without any of my Pat McGrath ones. So this one is going to be mailed to me later. So the third palette that came out is Mothership 3, the Subversive palette. It looks like this here. And it is, this one, people lost it over because it's very unique and different. Lots of cool purples. There's some bluish tones in there. There's this incredible gold shade right there. It is called like Gigabyte or something, and that shade is absolutely stunning. Like, super, super stunning. This whole palette. This one is definitely going with me. Okay, this palette right here, this one is not available anymore. I'm so sad. I feel like so many people were sad that they didn't get this because this one to me has the best formula in it ever. This is the Mothership 4 Decadence palette. And once again, beautiful crown packaging because, you know, the Queen Mother, she's incredible. And this is the shadows. Now I'm going to swatch a couple of these because the formula in this palette is literally incredible. It's pretty much all the same formula. I think a couple of them are a little different. But here, so like, let's see, some of my favorite, like this gold one here is called Gold Standard. And that is what it looks like. Let me just swatch it. I mean, look at that gold, if you can see it very good there on my hand. This Lapis Luxury blue shade. This, like, you can like swipe so far. I mean, the color just keeps going. I mean, it just keeps going and just keep drawing on my hand. I mean, it's just like incredible, the pigment and these shadows. One of my favorite shades in this whole palette is this one right here. And I won't go on too much about this. It's called Divine Mink. It's like this purpley, it's almost this like purpley gray shade, but oh my gosh, I mean, look at that. It's just like, what? That looks incredible on the eyes. And these shadows go a long way. So this one is definitely going to go with me. Better not get lost in luggage. And then the last large one that I have, now I'm sad because they do need to work on their shipping because this package came to me kind of broken because they throw a little bit of that crinkly black confetti type stuff in a box and then they put your $125 palette, that's how much these cost, $125 a pop, in that packaging, and I swear that they almost get like ruined. Like this one got a little bit broken and I was kind of disappointed with this, with how they ship. They really need to amp up their shipping a little bit better. So this palette is the one before this latest one that just came out. This one is called, this is Mothership 5. This is the Bronze Seduction palette. This one is really nice. I really like this one, but I think I have some shades that are somewhat similar. I may have this one mailed to me later, but there's a couple in here that I did not really like the formula of. This one and then this one up here both have kind of a weird formula. I don't know what it is. It's just, they're just kind of scratchy and they don't really blend very well. They're kind of more like topper shades, but I feel like that's what these four are in her palette. And once again, if you go watch Alicia's channel, she'll explain to you in depth all these palettes. This shade though, this is gonna be a hard one to leave behind. Like you put this shade on something, like this shade right here is so incredible. Like, and when you put it on something else, it is just beautiful. This shade's really nice, this matte purple shade. What's the name of it? It is called Extreme Aubergine, because in all of her other palettes she has like a black, but this one was nice because she just put like a dark, deep, rich purple eggplant kind of color shade. So anyways, this one's gonna stay behind for now. Then the very last eyeshadow palette that I have that this one I'm definitely going to take. This is she came out with some mini palettes that kind of match the bigger Mothership palettes. This is the Mothership Subversive La Vie en Rose palette, and it looks like this inside. And it's nice because these have mirrors inside like this, and then they kind of are all enclosed in the cool packaging. Once again, Kinky Sweat. Alicia does amazing reviews on all of these mini palettes too. And then this has the card, and then here are the shades of this palette. Very, very cool shadows. This purple is sickening. This gold, oh my god, it's so creamy. So creamy. And then the mattes. I mean, her mattes blend like a dream. I've never had any issues with her matte shadows. And then here is this bright pink. Actually, this pink, I feel like the Jeffree Star pink one that I showed you earlier is a little better. But anyways, this one is definitely going to go with me. So I'm getting scared though, guys. I'm getting scared because I feel like the weight is adding up and I'm like, I'm only allowed whatever 23 kilograms, which is about 50 pounds per bag. And I'm just like, okay, can I really? Can I really? Sorry you guys keep having to watch me wash my hands off too. All the swatching, I'm just like, okay. Okay, so that is it for eyeshadow palette. There's a chunk of that done. And now we're gonna move on to, I'm gonna go through these pretty quick. These are powders and I only have 4 of them left. So the first one I have is the Cover FX. This is the Cover FX Translucent Light Powder. And I really liked this for a while and I still kind of use it. I feel like it didn't look super dry on my face. That's this powder here and I really liked it. I got it in the light one and I don't know, I've had this for a while now. It doesn't smell or anything, but I don't think it really ever had a smell. But I really like Cover FX. I think they're a really good brand, but this is probably going to either get tossed or I'm just gonna leave it behind. This one is the Jeffree Star newest powder that just came out, and this one is in beige. It is the Jeffree Star Magic Powder. What's it called? I can't remember. I'll put what it's called, but what is so cool is it smells like cotton candy. Oh my gosh. It, looks like this. I love how it has the little like closure so you can close the powder in so it doesn't get everywhere, which I wish more products would come like that with those things. And then the powder is just so silky fine. I mean, this powder is amazing. You can use this like under your eyes, which I don't use a ton of powder under my eyes because I have very extremely like dry skin, and anything that's more drying looking makes me look older. So, but I love this powder. It is definitely going with me. Another one I have here is the Hourglass. This powder I'm finally getting down in. Is also very nice and powdery soft and very nice on the skin. It's called Ambient Lighting Powder. This is the one in Diffused Light. It has kind of a yellowish tone to it. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but this powder is incredible. I really love how it sets on the skin. Doesn't make me look overly dry. I just kind of dust on to kind of set if I'm wearing like a heavier foundation. So this one is going with me as well. Laura Mercier one right here. I have Laura Mercier. This is the Candlelight Sheer Perfecting Powder, and this is in the shade 2. And it is kind of got a little bit more of color to it, but I used this today, I think, and I just felt like it was a little more drying on my skin, even though it's supposed to give you a nice glow. I don't know. And Laura Mercier isn't cruelty-free product, so I'm kind of trying to get away from some of that. So this powder is not going to make the cut. So let's see, let's go into bronzer and contour. We'll kind of do those kind of together. The first palette I'm gonna pull up here is the Kat Von D Shade and Light, which was super popular there for a while, and it looked like this. And as you can see, mine fell and cracked and broke. And I just feel like there's so many better quality powders out there now. I mean, this one's not bad. It's just that it's already so beat up, and I have used it a good amount that I just think that this thing is ready to go. And I feel like the packaging is like, I mean, can you hear that cracking? It's like, it's ready to be, I think, either tossed or just somebody else can maybe use it. But the thing is they are vegan and cruelty free. So I tend to think that makeup like that does tend to expire a little faster. So this is not going to make it with me. Okay, so now, then I have this Too Faced bronzer, or I actually kind of use it for contour sometimes. It's a little sample and it smells like chocolate, which I love. It's the Chocolate Soleil, and this is in the medium deep matte bronzer. And it says it's a bronzer, but it's really similar to the shade in the Kat Von D palette that I use for contour sometimes. So since this is a sample size and it's so small, it's definitely gonna go with me. I really like this powder. It's pretty sheer, and I don't really like contour crazily, but I use it for like sometimes a bronzer and a contour. So this is going to go with me. I have an Hourglass. Now this is probably expired by now, but I still use it. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer in Radiant Bronze Light, and it is very pretty. It is kind of, I don't know, it almost has too much of a, actually I guess it does have kind of a yellowish tone. It does, this one has more of a yellowish warm tone than than a cool tone, and I kind of like that because I usually tend to like more warmer bronzers. So this one, I'm having a really hard time deciding because I have a couple more, or like 3 more here, and I'm just like, okay, something has got to go. It's got to go. So it's going to come down between this one and I think another one. So that's this bronzer that I love. And then the Too Faced, I have a Too Faced one here. This one is the Sun Bunny Natural Bronzer. And I like this one because you have this like lighter side, and then you have this like a bit of a darker side there. And you can kind of blend the two together, or just like, I don't know, this one's so light that it really only puts like a little bit of glow on my face. But this is really a pretty good bronzer. I really like it, but I think I've had this for so long that I think this is going to be the one that stays. So out of the two here, I think I'm going to get rid of the Too Faced one and then keep the Hourglass one to go with me. And then 2 more bronzers. I have the Fenty Beauty, the Sunstalker bronzers, which people lost it over, and they are very good. I love these. This one is called Island Ting, and it is just kind of a light, warmer bronzer. I loved Rihanna's, Fenty Beauty bronzers because they were a little bit warmer, and I tend to really like more of that warmer look than the like cooler toned bronzers. So that one is this one. And then the other one that I got it's also a Sunstalker, and it is called Beige, I believe is how you say it. And it is nice because it's a little bit more reddish in tone. So this one is really pretty because it's just slightly different, but it has it reads just a little bit more red on your face. So it just kind of gives you that extra little bit of, just depending on what kind of look you have or what you feel like that day, whether you want maybe more of a little sunburned look, or if you want just more of that like bronzy glow look. So, and here I'll just go ahead and show you. So yeah, so here they are side to side. This one is Island Ting right here, and then this one is Beige. So very cool but different bronzers. Yeah, both of these are going to go with me. Of course, I may be sorting through more later, who knows, because I'm going through initially right now, and I'm like, oh my god, that's so much, and I'm gonna have to weigh how much all this stuff is. Oh my gosh, this is coming down, it's getting so crazy, I don't know. Anyway, okay, so those are going with me. I'm gonna move on to blushes. I'm gonna try and move through these fairly quickly as well. I'm just getting like, oh my gosh, this is just becoming a lot. Okay, so blushes. So I'm gonna start with this Tartelette Color Wheel. I've had this forever, and it's only good for 12 months, and I've had this for years. I love this palette though. I have used this so much. There's like highlighters, which I never hardly use the highlighters. There's like blush highlight toppers. There's these bright pink shades. There's like this peach tone shade. And then on this side, there's more like plum tones. And then there's more muted pink neutrals. And then there's a couple highlighters. I love this palette. I've used this quite a bit, even though it doesn't really appear like I have, but I really have used this palette a lot. I don't know if I'm going to take it with me. I may have this one mailed to me later just because it's pretty lightweight actually. Like this doesn't weigh too much, so it might be worth it to take it. I don't know if the blushes are even like, well, they're still pretty good, I think, actually. I just feel like blush lasts a long time. And these Tarte Amazonian Clay blushes are incredible. So this is going to be a maybe later palette. And then the next one is a Becca blush palette. This one was like a holiday collection. I always keep a little thing to protect them. This is just a very light neutral pink. This is a warm peach, and this is like a bright, I think it is called a Snapdragon. I feel like they still have this in like another like separate single. But these shades are really nice. I usually go to this palette quite a bit. I haven't as much lately. This one is going to be, I think, another maybe or more on the yes side. I may say yes to it now. Actually, you know what? I'm going to say yes to this one now, even though I have some other shades that might be similar that are going. I don't know. I just love that this is in a 3-pack. I love that this is in like a 3 palette right here, and it's really lightweight. So I feel like that will work really well. So that is going. Then I have this. I'm definitely taking this. This is my Marc Jacobs. This is Flesh and Fantasy. This is the only blush I have by Marc Jacobs, and it's just a very neutral air blush. It's the Flesh and Fantasy Air Blush, and there's several colors, and I like this brand because it's cruelty-free. Not their perfume, but the makeup products are cruelty-free, and I just think this is just a nice shade. You can just wear this with anything, so that is going with me. Next blush, this one I love. I use this quite a bit. This is one of the ambient lighting blushes, and this one is in Luminous Flush, and it's just a nice pink, and it has a really nice glow to it, just like all of Hourglass's powders. I feel like always leave you this nice pretty sheen and just look like you're glowing within. So this one is going to be a yes. Okay, so I have a few Milani blushes here. This one, Luminoso Pink. I don't know if I can get Milani over there. I would just buy this there if I knew that I could and it was cheap. I don't know if I can get Milani in Spain, so I love this shade. This shade is so pretty, very luminous, like it says. It is called, yeah, Luminoso. And I feel like a lot of people really like this shade. So this one I'm gonna take, I think for now. It may get booted later because I have used this quite a bit and I could just buy it again. Delizioso Pink, another Milani blush. These blushes are so great, such good quality. They stay on really well and they are just stunning. This pink shade looks crazy, but it just goes on and leaves this beautiful warm flush to the face, and it's super, super nice. That one is going with me as well. This one is very pigmented and it's kind of like a highlighter blush almost. It's very summery. It's like this coral shade and it is in Coralina, and another really pretty shade, but I don't think that I am going to actually take this one with me because I don't know, we're going into fall and I don't know. I like this shade, but it's just not one of my super, super favorite go-to shades. So this one is going to stay here. This is my only MAC blush I have right now. This one is in the shade Melba, which I think this is a very popular shade. I think they still have this one. And it's a very just nice peach shade, and it's just kind of matte. It's not really, it doesn't have a glow. It's just a flat peach shade, but I swear it just looks really good on the face when you put that on. So I think I've had this forever, but I think I'm going to take this one with me, although I can't decide. I may actually, you know what? I also have this Madison Miller one that my mom just gave me out of her Ipsy, and this is a new collab with Auvoir, and Auvoir is really good, and this one's really similar. So I actually might take, well, let's see here. Let's swatch them really quick. So this is the Madison Miller peachy, I don't know, what's it called? This one is called Blush. Ollie Need Is Love. Ollie must be the name of like maybe her baby or something. I know she had a baby, I think. I don't know. Anyways, but Madison Miller, that's Ollie Need Is Love. And then the MAC shade. Ooh, those are pretty similar. I think that the MAC one's a little bit slighter. So here's the MAC Melba, and this is the Ollie Need Is Love shade. Very similar, but ooh, this one's more orangey. I don't know. Maybe I'll just leave the MAC behind. You know what? I think I'm just gonna leave the MAC behind. I think I'm gonna take the Madison Miller because it's new too, and it's lightweight too. It's like pretty much the same weight and it's a little bit bigger. So this one's going. MAC is gonna go ahead and stay. Used to watch Madison Miller and I don't really watch her as much anymore, so. Anyways, okay, all right, just a few more blushes here. Okay, so this one I got in an Ipsy. I love this shade. It's just, it almost looks similar to the MAC shade, but it's so funny because it's really not. It's more of like just kind of a dusty peach shade, but it has a glow to it. Wow, this one kind of is like the Luminoso almost, but I don't know. I really like this, but maybe I'll leave this one behind. I need to start really getting rid of some stuff here. So I think I'm gonna leave this one. This one is by Sugar, which I've usually liked that brand of makeup products, but this one is Contour de Force Mini Blush in Peach Peak. So, and it's cute packaging, but anyways, I think that I'm gonna leave behind. Okay, this one, oh my gosh, this is so funny. I got this out of an Ipsy. And it's so funny, I remember when Kinky Sweater Alicia was decluttering her makeup and she had this same blush. And it's funny because I was like, oh my God, I love that blush. But I understand why she was decluttering it. But look at the shade. It is such a pretty blush shade. Like, can you guys see that on my hand? It's just like, whenever I wear this blush, it's just so warm and glowy on the face. I just love it. I don't know if you can see it very well, but I think I'm gonna keep that. And hello, this is like super, super light. So whatever, that can go. That can make it. Make it in my bag, hopefully, please. Okay, this one, these are more Tarte Amazonian clay blushes that I got as like, I don't know, sample? I'm so sorry. You guys, this focusing is really bugging me. I swear, I love peach blushes. I have so many of them, I guess. But this one is in the shade Quirky, and I really like it. These blushes are so good, and this packaging is super lightweight. I swear, I'm taking this one. It's going. Same thing with Party. This is a very, very light pink, but I build this one up on me and I think it's really nice. It's just a very neutral, cool toned pink and it's just really good quality and these stay on your face really good. This one is called Party. Last one I have, actually this one is probably my least favorite shade. It's called Feisty. It's actually really similar to that Madison Miller shade, so I think I'm actually gonna go ahead and leave this one behind because it is very similar. And I don't really, come on Petra, I can't take all the freaking blushes. Just come on now. All right, so this one is going to stay behind. It's called Feisty. Moving on to highlighter palettes and then highlighters. And then I don't know if we'll make it to lipsticks. We will see. This is getting so long. I don't know how much time I have left here. I really need to start really getting serious about packing. Okay, so Kat Von D. This is the Alchemist palette and it has 4 shades in it and they all are very slightly different. There's like kind of a violet shade. This is a pink opal. This is a green and this is a blue and they all kind of have a slight shift. You can use these as like eyeshadows or you can use these as highlighters and I really like using them kind of as highlighters. This is kind of a maybe palette though. I don't go to this very much anymore, but I love this palette. So I don't know. I may just keep this one at home as like a little collector thing. But I think I'm gonna put this one though in the box to mail and then I'll just decide later. Okay. Here we go. This is now we got to all the like Anastasia here. This one is the Anastasia Nicole Guerrero palette collab, whatever. And it had all these beautiful like pink and peachy highlighters. The thing with this though is it was a little glittery and I don't really go to this palette much. I did break it. It kind of sucks because it did fall, but these highlighters, I mean, Anastasia in general just makes incredible highlighters. And then like this shade, I mean, these are so good. I mean, they're just such pretty, pretty highlighters. I mean, and good for so many different skin tones, but anyways, I don't know though. I think this one is going to stay home. Okay, this is the Anastasia Aurora palette. This is definitely going with me. I love this. I use this all the time. This is kind of something I reach to all the time. I reach for like, I always put on like Helia and Lyra together. It's just got this like greenish kind of gold and then this one has like a pinkish gold and the two of these together make just such a lovely combination. Let's see if I can put it on my hand here and you guys can kind of see. So see, I don't know, can you see that? It's just like those two together just are like make the best combination on your cheeks. It's just so pretty. So yeah, and then the other colors in here are really nice too. This one's probably like too light for me. It's really icy kind of, but it's still a nice shade. And then there's like the blue if I'm doing something funky. And then the purple, it's just, they're all really pretty shades. So this one is definitely going to make the cut. This one is the Anastasia Sun Dipped Glow Kit here, and this one is got a lot of like kind of deeper, this one would be really good for deeper skin tones I think as well. I use this for like kind of in the summer more for like bronzy. This is a very unique shade. This one is kind of my go-to in this one, this Moonstone, and summer's a little light for me, so I don't really like using that one as much. I don't really like when it looks like a streak of highlight on my cheek. I like it to look, you know, sometimes I like to show up, but this one, it just looks a little too much. But these are very, very good quality. Like all of Anastasia's highlighters are really good quality. So this one I think is gonna make the cut. This one, oh my gosh, I bought this one. This is the Sugar Glow Kit by Anastasia, and I wanted this for the longest time, and I really like it. I mean, I love the unique shades. Like I love the Starburst shade. It is like really nice. Oh my gosh, is that even, I feel like these aren't showing up because I actually am wiping my hands off with something that's kind of got an oil on it, so it's not showing up as well. But let's see here. So maybe if I wipe it. So there is that shade, if you can see it. And then this Butterscotch is beautiful. And they're a little bit lighter. I don't know, that shade is just stunning. So I don't know, I think this kit might make it. It might make the cut. Or it'll be a maybe. So I think this is going to, I'm gonna put this in the to go with me for now. Last thing I have, this is an oldie but a goodie, the Becca and Chrissy Teigen palette. This palette is very cool. I love it. It has this shade. It has the Hibiscus Bloom, and then it has these really pretty like pink highlighter, this one and this one. This is more of like kind of a topper up here, and then this one is more of like your pinkish highlighter, and then there is a contour or bronzer shade. This palette is so pretty, and I feel like it's just like kind of a one and done. Like I've used these two shades as like eyeshadows and then blush as well and the contour, but I love this as an eyeshadow as well. And then I've used this in kind of like just my crease if I just want to use like a basic neutral, and then you can use these as eyeshadows too. I don't know, I've used it all over the face. I love this palette, so I think this one is going to come with me as well. Okay, we're getting down with the highlighters here. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to start going through these kind of quick though. So Jeffree Star, of course, like this, these are kind of weighty. The only thing is he gives you a huge amount of product in his highlighters. This is called Peach Goddess, and it is very nice. I mean, his highlighters they are packed with a major punch. Like, I love the highlighters. This may be a maybe. I never reach for this anymore. I just think the palettes, like when it's in a palette, I just rather have the palette, but I still love Jeffree Star. So this one I think is going to be thrown into the maybe mail to me later. Same thing with the Jeffree Star. This one is so effing gold. And it is just a dark gold shade that is once again very pigmented. I feel like I have a shade like that though already, so I don't know. I just don't go to it too much. It's kind of more of like that antique-ish gold highlighter, and I like it, but I haven't used it very much, so I think this one is going to actually stay home. Okay, so let's go back to Becca for a second. So I have the Becca Champagne Pop. This one is an oldie but a goodie. Love this one. I mean, that was the whole Jaclyn Hill first product that came out ever by her, and I feel like got her so popular too. But this is a great shade, very good, peachy, golden, just gives you that perfect glow. I'm definitely taking this one with me. This one was another collab. It is I can't remember the name of the girl. It's called Parisian Lights, but it was a collab with some YouTube girl. I can't remember, but it's really cute. It has like the Eiffel Tower here with some little stars around it, and it's super cute. And the packaging, of course, by Becca is stunning. I love how it looks like a little like alien spaceship sort of thing. But the shade's pretty, but I feel like I have something really similar to this already, so I think I'm going to actually leave this one behind, or maybe have it be mailed to me later, but for now I think I'm going to leave this one behind. This is the Light Chaser highlighters for the face and eye. I have never used this on my eyes, but I've used this as a highlight, and it kind of has this like greenish yellow shift to it, and it is stunning. Oh my gosh, I'll just swatch it for you really quick. Oh my gosh, look at that. I don't know if you can see it very well, but it is so pretty. I love this shade. It just looks beautiful if you use it kind of the right way. And it's a really small little package. It's smaller than their average size. So I think this one I'm gonna put in my yes, it's gonna go with me for now. You guys, I have so much makeup here that I'm taking with me right now. I'm like, is this gonna make it all? I may have to sort through another time because I have no idea. And then my other little Becca sample I have here, this one is in the shade Opal. I reach for this occasionally, and sorry, my fingers are getting so like dirty now. It's a really pretty shade, but I feel like my other highlighter palettes, I have something like this, even though this is tiny and weighs nothing at all. I think I'm gonna leave this behind just because I'd rather take, you know, a palette that has something similar. And, you know, weight does add up. So this one is gonna stay behind. This is a Maybelline Master Strobing Stick, and I use this so much where it's almost gone, so this is not gonna go with me. It's basically just like this nice, I loved using this to put underneath foundation at one point, and it just blends out really nice and just gives you a really subtle glow, but it's time for this to be, I think, actually thrown in the garbage. So this one is going to go into the trash. Makeup Revolution comes out with a lot of dupes, and this was a dupe for Cover Effects, I believe. And this is in Rose Gold, and it's a liquid highlighter. And let me just show you this craziness. Oh my gosh, I put way too much on my hand. This stuff, you have to go in lightly, but look at this. It's like liquid metal. But when you blend this on your cheek, it's like you get this rose gold beautifulness on your cheekbones, and it just looks like a just glow within because it just blends out really nice. I mean, that is not blended out, but when you blend this out, it is so beautiful. It's just like, it just glows. I think I'm gonna have to take that. I hope it doesn't get everywhere. I'm gonna have to make sure I package it up well, but I know it looks kind of crazy on my hand, but that is such a good highlighter. Okay, and then the last liquidy highlighter I have is my Jeffree Star Liquid Frost, which I got when I actually met Jeffree. Oh wait, this is not focusing. Oh my god, you guys, I'm having such a hard time. If you guys have not been able to see stuff, I'm so sorry. This camera thing is being crazy. Okay, so this is the Liquid Frost. I actually got this when I met Jeffree way back, and it was so great meeting him. He's just one of my favorite people to watch. He's just hilarious and makes amazing products, and he really sells them for, I feel like, a really good deal. So this looks like it's blue, but it actually, oh my god, I put way too much on. But anyways, squirts out like that, and then here we are. It's like once you blend this out, it just leaves this goldeny, like, cool. You can put this all over your body or just on your cheeks or your face or whatever, but it really does kind of blend out to this like nice shade. I know it's not for everyone, but I feel like when I do more crazy looks, I like to do like something like I'll just put this on, but this is this is like way too much, but it really blends out nice. It almost feels kind of like lotiony, but it has like this greenish goldy kind of shift to it. It's not like super blue. Anyways, okay, I've got to change my battery out before my camera dies and I don't realize it. Okay, last little highlighters I have here. This was a little sample I got along with a gloss bomb from Fenty Beauty, and this one is called Hustla Baby, and it is beautiful. It is such a beautiful shade, and it's just in this like really like little sample size. It's actually really similar to that Parisian Lights Becca one, so that's why I think I'm gonna take this instead. But it looks like that, and it's really super pretty, so I think I'm gonna take that one. It's just a little baby sample size. So this I got in the 12 Days of Christmas for the Ulta Beauty. It's a shimmer blush, and it's just like a little topper shade. And it's really pretty. I like how it draws more pink than gold. Super lightweight and really nice. I love this. I use it quite a bit. It's super pretty. So I think I am actually going to take this little sample with me. You guys, I've got to have makeup to do my tutorials, right? This is by Fenty Beauty. This is a double. This is Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule, and I actually never reach for this. Like, it is really pretty, but I just never go to this. It's really dark. I mean, it would be really beautiful on like deeper skin tones, But let's see, this one's Moscow Mule and this one is Ginger Binge. So they're both really pretty, but I just never use them. I guess they'd be pretty for, you know, maybe like blush toppers or maybe like a highlight for darker skin tone, but I don't know. Maybe I just got it because I thought it was pretty, and it was a splurge that I shouldn't have bought probably. So this one is probably going to stay home. I have is Trophy Wife because everybody went crazy and lost their SHIT over this. So I am going to probably take this one because actually this shade is sickening. It is so cool. It is just like the coolest yellow shade ever. And I mean, you just swipe that on and it is just like the craziest highlight ever. If you go in really light with it, it looks really pretty and it's stunning on darker skin tones. So I don't know, I'm gonna take it just because it's fun and I love this shade. Last highlighter I have here is by MAC, and it was given to me by a couple friends at my old job that I just left, and is so sweet. This one definitely has to go with me. I have nothing like this, and it is a beautiful, beautiful highlighter. It is called Show Gold, and it is definitely a show. It is stunning. So I'm gonna swatch it here and then show you there. Hopefully you can see it. And then I'm gonna put it here on my hand. And it is just so pretty. The way it shifts in the light, I don't know if you can see that very well, but it is so stunning. It just gives you the most beautiful glow on the face. So anyways, so that is it for highlighters. Makeup is so much more important than my clothing. So finally done with like face products. I'm gonna go through my lipsticks really quick because I really wanna wrap this up. This video is probably gonna be super long, so I hope you've grabbed a snack, but now I'm just gonna go through lipsticks, and they're just kind of hanging out in these little drawers, like this little drawer thing I have here. Can you see that? Oh, there we go. So yeah, I just have these in little drawers, and I've went through these so many times already that I've pretty much filtered all these, and there's not a lot here. I actually think I'm probably gonna take most of these lipsticks with me, but I'm just gonna show you what I kind of have here. So in the top drawer, I have all liquid lips. I have a Kat Von D shade here. This is liquid lip. This is in the shade Lovesick. And it's just like a nice pink shade. I really like the way this one looks, so I'm going to be taking that. This is a NYX. I like weird colors. Like this is just a black, I believe it's called Alien, and it's a NYX liquid lip, and it's just in, oh my gosh, camera, come on, work with me. So this is just in a black, and I always feel like those are fun to create like funky looks with, so I'm probably gonna take that with me. And then the same thing with the blue one. This is another NYX one, a NYX liquid suede, and this is in the shade Jet Set. So it's like a very crazy like navy blue shade, if you can kind of see that. This is just kind of a nice pinkish shade by Beauty Bakery, and it's just plum, and it is in the shade Sangria Splash. And it looks like, let's see, it's just a liquid lip, and it kind of has like this nice berry tone. So going to take that with me. This is brand new, and I love this shade. This is a NYX liquid lip cream. This is in the shade Monte Carlo, and this is a good one. It's not even open. This one's probably gonna go with me as well. This is a Powder Puff Lippy by NYX. I sometimes like this, but I don't really wear it a lot. It's nice because it kind of looks just blurring on the lips. It's that shade right there. It's kind of nice, so I don't know, I may keep that one. I don't know, all the lip stuff is pretty lightweight, so I'm not too worried about taking all this stuff with me. A little Lime Crime sample I really like. It's a little, these wear really nice. These are like kind of my favorite liquid lips because they're not too drying and they wear really nice. This is just kind of a nice little, they're called plushies, and this one is in the shade Milk Tea. And then I have an Ulta Beauty matte liquid lipstick. I actually don't think I'm going to take this. This was kind of a sample in the, I don't know, 12 Days at Christmas. And it's a nice shade, but I don't really like how this feels on the lips, so I think this one is actually going to stay home. Neutral lip shades here. I have a Dose of Colors. I love this shade. This is my main by Dose of Colors. It was with the Desi Katie collection. I actually found out about this also from Kinky Sweat because she loves this shade and loves, like, was going through like neutral shades on our channel. So that's the shade there. I love it. And this wears really nice. I love their liquid lips. Another good one, this is by Auvoir, and this is in the shade Verona, and it looks like that, and it's another nice, it's a little darker. I don't really like this one quite as much on my lips, but it's still a good neutral lip shade. This one's even still in the package. I haven't tried this. It looks kind of fun though. It's some random brand called like Half Caked, and it's in the shade Power Trip. And it's by like Caked Makeup. So I don't know. It looks like a fun shade though. So I'm going to take that with me and try that one out. And then the last liquid lip shade I have here, this one is by Tarte, and it's the Tarteist Lip Paint. And I like this one because it's kind of just a cool grayish purpley shade, and it looks good with some of my like editorial type of looks that I'll try to create. So I'm going to keep that one. Lipsticks, I got the Lisa Eldridge set when she came out with all the red lipsticks that she got. They came in this like beautiful gold packaging, and they're magnetic, and all of the lipsticks look like velvet. They're just beautiful reds, and then she made all of her lipsticks on the edge look like velvet texture. They're incredible. They're super cool, and she's an amazing makeup artist. But this one's like kind of the main red that she made. It's called Velvet Ribbon. And then there is this shade called Velvet Jazz, which is more of like a deeper red kind of shade. And then there is this one, which is a very orangey kind of shade. So it looks like that, which super, super cool shades. I think these are kind of weighty, but they're really pretty. Anastasia lipsticks. I only have a few that I really like here. This one, Peachy, this neutral peach shade. And then I have a Plumeria, and it's a very nice berry shade. I think it'll be good for the fall. I have this one on for my video today. It's called Dead Roses, and I love it. It's like a muted kind of plum, and it's coolish toned, and it looks cool with a lot of different looks, I feel like. So I wear that quite a bit. Oh my gosh, I have a brand new Pat McGrath. I just love the packaging. This is that clear one, and it comes in this beautiful white packaging, and it's just basically her like lip balm. That's like a glorified lip balm, but it's really nice. This is actually kind of heavy though, but whatever. I'm gonna take it with me. It's just bougie. Then I love this shade. This is by Bite Beauty. This is called Chai. I used a lot of this shade. This is a great neutral for me. So taking that. Some of the MAC lipsticks I have here. This is in the shade Myth. It is really just neutral, and I'll put a lip liner on with this or I look really weird, so taking that. Saint Germain, which is this bright pink shade. This is always fun for creating cool little looks. Bright pink shade. I've had this shade forever, so probably gonna take that with me. Then this one is a really great shade. I love this shade. Sea Sheer. It's just a nice kind of a coral, I don't know, peach shade. Very nice, very nice. Creamy and feels kind of nice on the lips. Although MAC lipsticks are not my favorite lipsticks anymore. This one is just like a nice pink. I wear this quite a bit. It's actually getting close to, I've actually used quite a bit of that. It is in the shade Lustering. It's kind of a nice warmish pink shade. Good for the summer. I really like it for the summer. And then we have a Kat Von D shade. This is called Cathedral. I think the bullets for Kat Von D are super cool. And then here is the shade. And it's just kind of a nice, I don't know, maybe a brickish kind of red brown shade. So there's that. And then last, glosses. Definitely taking all of my Pat McGrath. I got these in a set right here. These are Pat McGrath shades I got. Look at, some of them have been used quite a bit too. Like this one here is called Divine Rose. This one is called Dare to Bear. And then this one here is called, if it focuses, is called Pale Fire Nectar. And they're all just kind of a nice little like pinky gloss shade. So those are nice. And then this one is a great neutral gloss. It is called Faux Real, Pat McGrath. And then this one is incredible. It's called Aliangelic, and it's like, it looks white, but it has these like pink little like flecks in it that are really super cool, and it looks really nice on the lips. Taking the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb here. This was a little sample size, so I was like, okay, fine, whatever. Actually, I don't know if I'm gonna take this. This is the Jeffree Star Jouer Cosmetics pink. He did like a collab with them, and it's fine. It's very glittery and it feels a little bit grainy on the lips, and I don't like how that feels. So actually, I think I am gonna leave this one behind. This by Bite Beauty is super fun. It's like this gold, like crazy gold. Like, do you see that? It's like sickening. It is so cool. It is such, it's like liquid gold. It's probably getting old though, but I still may take that with me because it's fun for the holidays. And then Buxom, this is newer. I love Buxom glosses. They're probably my favorite next to the Pat McGrath ones that I have. I can't really see it. You can build this up kind of a lot, and it's just kind of a nice plummy gloss shade. It's like right there. Then let's see. Oh, and then the last thing I have here is Marc Jacobs. Probably should go away into the garbage. But it's called Love Drunk, and it's just kind of another nice neutrally like gloss. It's like a thicker kind of gloss though. So here, I'll just put it on. It's kind of like got a nice little purpley. Oh, look, I drew a little heart. It's right there, even though my camera's choosing to not focus. Okay, anyways, I know that is super quick going through all my lipsticks and everything. I just needed to get through them and get through this video because I feel like the time has been a little bit crazy. So anyways, that kind of wraps that up. So I'm gonna clean this up and then I'll talk to you guys here in a minute. All right, you guys, so that is it. That is what I'm taking to Spain, which seems like quite a bit, but I don't know. I'll make it work, right? I can always have other stuff mailed later, right? I don't know. I know that I'm taking more than what I think I actually got rid of, but I weighed it actually. I didn't do that on camera, but it is about like 15 or 16 pounds of everything so far. So I'm like, well, that's not that bad. 15, 16 pounds, that's worth it. I mean, that's still gonna be lighter than what my clothes weigh. So anyways, and I get 2 bags. It'll be fine. It's all gonna be fine. I need to like work on this minimalizing thing anyway. So anyways, you guys, that is it. Hopefully, you know, with my camera acting up and all that, I hope it wasn't too annoying of a video with the focusing and all that. But I am really glad I made this video. It was kind of fun. I've never done a video like that before. So hopefully if I do more of those kind of things, I'll have a little better grasp on how to do them. But anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Next time I will make a video, it will be when I'm in Spain. So, which is crazy. I can't believe that I leave in literally like 3 days. It's insane. So I'm really excited, and I really hope that I can still continue to make more videos when I'm there. As always, you guys, thank you so much for the support and subscribing to my channel and watching my videos and my craziness and all that. And don't forget to comment down below. I always love comments, like the video, blah, 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 all that. You guys know the drill. And I will see you guys again soon. Adios, amigos. Oops, I'm trying to put that in the wrong way. Oh my gosh, this video. Honey, look at her in here. Puka. Oh, she doesn't want to take her bath. Oh, honey, she's hiding from you. Oh, look here, come on camera for a sec. Look, here's our little Puka. Look up there, honey. Oh, she doesn't want to take her bath right now. She's hiding from her mommy. What is going on? Oh, I gotta stretch my feet. I'm getting so tired. Okay. Hey, baby. Oh, come here. So she's just had her little bath and she's all fluffy now. The kitty's here now. Oh, the kitty's back. She's gonna get in the way. Oh, man. She's gonna get in the way.